Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp and welcome back to another Minecraft video. In today's video, we are going to be doing something very different, but also very important. Perhaps the most important video I've ever done on my channel. To fully understand my inspiration for this video, I need to rewind a bit and go back to an exciting event that I got to participate in this summer. But before we jump into that, if you do enjoy the video, please consider donating to the organization that I will be talking about throughout the video. It is linked in the description below. This past summer, I was able to participate in a Minecraft Virtual Creator Summit, where I got to learn about the future for the game and speak to and play with some other creators and developers of the game. One of the people I spent the majority of my quote-unquote mingling time with was Corey Cheviak, or Kojo as most of us know him as. Kojo is the creator of the well-known Tropiccraft mod and is one of the gameplay developers for Minecraft. Kojo is very active in the community, and on August 12th, he challenged the Minecraft community to try and raise awareness on climate change. I wanted to participate in this challenge and thought for a few days of how best to do this. I know that thinking about this topic on a personal level, I often feel like the issue is too large for somebody like me to be able to make an actionable difference. With that in mind, I began thinking of smaller initiatives that you or I could participate in that would make a small but positive difference in our local environment and hopefully have a greater impact overall as well. While doing this research, I found an organization called Flap Canada and the great work that they do. According to their website, Flap Canada, or Fatal Light Awareness Program Canada, is a registered charity that aims to address the issue of bird building collisions. If this is an issue you aren't familiar with, you may be shocked at the total number of birds that die a year because of building collisions. The goal of this video will be to discuss what each of us could do to prevent bird deaths because of building collisions, and to showcase buildings throughout Toronto that have taken part in initiatives to prevent bird collisions. I encourage you all to check out Flap Canada's website if you're interested in further information. According to Flap Canada's website, every year around 25 million migratory birds die as a result of collisions with buildings. For those that are not bird enthusiasts, these are species that you may not even know existed. Luckily for us, the Building Toronto photographer Nasser is a birder and provided us with some photos of the many bird species that may die because of window strikes every year. Focusing back on the main purpose of this video, there are very easy and inexpensive ways that all of us can take to do our part to prevent unnecessary bird building collisions. I'll be going over the general ideas, 4 steps that can be taken to prevent these collisions, with a focus being placed on one method. But if you're interested in learning about any of the other methods that I mentioned, be sure to check the description for Flap's website. As I mentioned, there are numerous methods that can make your windows bird safe. I'm going to be going over the residential and commercial methods, but they all generally fit the same criteria that you can see on screen now. If you want to read those criteria, simply pause the video and have a look through it. Looking at the residential methods to prevent bird collisions, there are numerous: decorative and privacy window films, perforated window film, ribbon or string, tape, decals, window grills, exterior shades or solar screens, exterior window screens, and lastly, feather-friendly DIY tape, which is the method that we are going to be focusing on today in this video. There are numerous types of specialized glass that can also be used to prevent birding collisions. While Nasser and I looked around Toronto for buildings that had taken steps to prevent bird collisions, we found that the most common method used was the feather-friendly window tape, which is usually seen as small white or black squares placed on the glass to prevent the mirroring effect we see often with downtown buildings. Flap defines this method as leaving rows of white dots on your windows so birds will understand that a barrier is present, and goes on to explain that when installed correctly, it is very effective in preventing window collisions. This method is extremely inexpensive, which is why I chose to focus on it today. I found a variety of websites that were selling this window tape for as little as $15 for a roll of 100 feet. For many of us, this would be enough tape to cover our entire house, townhouse, or apartment. I encourage you all to check the description for links to different sources of window tape and consider purchasing it for your home. At the end of this video, I'll be going over some terrifying stats that I hope will emphasize the importance of all of us taking these steps. The last thing that I'm going to be going over in this video is showcasing some of the buildings in Toronto that are taking steps to avoid bird collisions. Thank you to the team photographer Nasser for going out and taking these photos. We're going to start with what I believe is the least effective window design out of the group, the Ryerson University Student Learning Center. This building does not use window tape, but instead uses a modern glass design to create a pattern that breaks the mirrored window effect that many modern buildings have. Although this building does have a sleek modern design, the uses of its glass would prevent some window strikes. However, based on the research that I conducted, it looks as though this building will not completely prevent window strikes due to the big gaps between some of the window designs. Flap's website states that there should be no gaps greater than 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters or 2 inches by 2 inches. And looking at the photos of this building, we can see that those big gaps exist. Nonetheless, I believe that this design would be better than what we see in some of the other buildings in the city where no steps are taken. The remaining 3 examples use the window tape that I discussed previously, and not only are they able to prevent bird collisions, I feel as though the steps do not take away from the beauty or designs of the building. The first building that fits this criteria is the Scarborough Civic Center. This complex is located in the city's east end near Brimley and Highway 401 and is a large government building that provides services to people who live in the area. The building has a large amount of glass windows and doors, and you can see throughout the photos by Nasser that how much potential collision space has been removed by the addition of the window tape. This method has not taken away from the design of the building, and I would instead argue that it is actually added to it. The next building is a coffee shop located at Yonge and Eglinton. As you can see, the window tape dots are much smaller, but still protect the birds from the collisions, which is obviously what the goal of the window tape is. The photos of this building by Nasser show that the window tape does not obstruct the customer's view of the interior, nor does it take away from the architecture of the building itself. Our last building is a large office tower that is still under construction and is right on the border of the built-up area on our building Toronto map. CIB Square is far from finished at this point, but Nasser was able to get some close-up photos of the building that allows us to see how they will be implementing bird-safe window measures. And again, when it's tied into the construction and modern appeal of the building, it actually, I would argue, adds to the appeal rather than takes away from it. I think that these examples show how easy it is to make your home, business, or cottage bird safe, and how little it affects the overall look of the building as well. I hope that this video motivates you to consider applying some of these methods to your own windows to prevent bird collisions. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, around 25 million birds die as a result of window collisions with buildings in Canada every year. And you can help reduce this by taking steps discussed in this video today. It is estimated that North America could lose 389 of its 604 species of bird in the continent as a result of climate change. And as these birds struggle to adapt to the changing world, you can help make their lives a little bit easier by taking these steps. That is going to be pretty much it for this video. I want to thank Flap Canada for all the great work that they do, and for the information that they have on this website, which allowed me to make the video. I encourage you all to consider donating to them if you're able to. Thank you to Kojo for motivating me to do this video, and thank you to Nasser for the photography used throughout. I told you that I was going to end this video with a very shocking stat, and here that is. In the time that you've spent watching the video to this point, it is estimated that 16,616 birds have died in North America as a result of window collisions. Thank you all for watching the video. If you enjoyed and are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, please hit like, share the channel with your friends, and comment about what your thoughts were. This was a bit of a different video for my channel, so I hope you guys all found it enjoyable. Thank you guys very much for watching. My name is Gamefruitpulp, and I'll see you guys all next time. Have a good one.